I was very much an introvert. Good day, everyone. My name is Paolo, and welcome to the Real Life and Postcard Views podcast. In episode 00, I mentioned that there will be episodes where all I'll do is answer randomly generated questions and see where those questions take us. Well, guess what? We're doing that today, apparently. So here's how this will go. In front of me is a website that generates random questions. In the course of this episode, I'll be generating 3 random questions and I'll try to answer each question as honestly as possible. Which means basically I have no idea how this episode is going to turn out or what I'll be telling you today. I hope after this episode I will still have an audience, friends or family, and that I will still have a job. So here goes nothing. Now I'm generating the first question. Just a moment. Okay. Oh no. Okay. So the first question is, what do you wish you had spent more time doing when you were younger? Okay. To be honest, I wish I had more fun when I was younger. I am very much an introvert. I mean, to now I'm kind of an introvert. But since I started working, especially working in other countries wherein you don't really have the liberty of being an introvert when you're supposed to be out there and talking to different kinds of people. Yeah, so I wish I could have had more fun. I grew up in a very conservative household, very Catholic upbringing I had. We were not really permitted to go out after a certain time of the day, and I was pretty conservative myself, I should say. But I really started having fun only maybe when I started working. When I was studying, I would think I was fun to be with. You could ask my high school classmates about that, but not my college classmates, because when I was in university, I was very much an introvert. I mean, I was very active in extracurricular activities when I was in high school, but when I went to university, it was like zero. I did not have any organizations. I would spend all my time in the library. Librarians were my friends when I was in university. And yeah, I kind of I'm a bit jealous of people my age now who would perhaps recount their younger days, and they would have so many things to talk about, what they did, wild things they did, and I kind of missed out on that. But I have to say that I missed out on those kind of willingly. It's not as if people were stopping me from enjoying my life. It's just that that's the kind of thinking that I had before. Like when I was in university, um, I studied very well. I mean, I did not get any failing grade. I did not get any fives, any red marks on my on my uh, on my grades, my grading sheets. But I would go to movies, and that's it. And that was it. I would watch like 4 movies a week. I would go to the theater. I had a very meager allowance, but I don't know. I mean, I wish I tried to meet more people and actually went out with them, or did fun things with other people. So it's something that I kind of regret. Um, so if there are young people listening right now, youth is such a gift. But I have to admit that when I was your age, when I was in my youth, I kind of did not know how to really use that. But um, I had fun in my own way, but not fun like how young people would define fun nowadays. So yeah, but let me remind young people that if you're going to have fun, be responsible. Um, don't drink too much. Um, right now, you should physically distance, and there's a big difference between uh, freedom and responsibility. You can have freedom, but you should be responsible and not to take it to the extremes, because that's something also that I have seen growing up. Perhaps the reason why I did not want to, for example, to drink is because I grew up seeing in my own family the bad effects of drinking and having too much fun. So yeah, so that's my message to you, young people who are listening right now. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay. Okay, next question. What are some things don't you understand about the opposite sex? Wow. It's amazing how women can be very competitive with each other. To the point that it's really kind of toxic. I have seen this not just among younger females, but also older women. When they're together, they're competing with each other. So it could be like when they are younger, they would look at each other physically, because I could see that they would be judging other women based on their looks, and they would look at other women, from their head to their toe. It's like, what's going on here? And then when they get older, they'll try to compete with the kind of boyfriends that they have or the husbands that they have. And then when they grow a lot more old, they will be competing based on their children or their grandkids. I do not know. I think this is normal. I mean, even guys, but I see this more often in women. Maybe because it's I do not know. It's probably more visible when women do it. I guess for men, many men just keep quiet and just keep these things to themselves. But of course, guys can also be very competitive, but in a different way. So it's more like guys compete when it comes to jobs, when it comes to how much work they're doing or how much money they're earning. Of course, women also can be like that, but what is visible to me is how women can become so competitive and so toxic with each other. It's like in one given space there can be only one queen, and that's whoever wants to be the queen, and the others can just move out. And I have seen this also inside the home. When there are two strong females inside, there's going to be competition. I don't know. I don't know if this is only me. What do you think? You should send me a message or tell us in the comment section if you're listening to this on YouTube, what you think. Okay, that's about it. That's all I'm going to say about that. I hope I don't get into trouble by answering this question. Okay, last question for today. What a relief. Okay, last question. Wow, this is such a beauty pageant question. What do you try to do to make the world a little better? Okay. Um so one thing how this pandemic transformed me was that well, it's not just me. Well, okay, let me answer the question first. What do you it says there, what do you try to do to make the world a little better? So, what do I try to do to make the world a little better? I try to be more compassionate. I try to be more empathetic because I wasn't like that before. Um Especially when I was in my 20s, I was a very angry young man, and rude and kind of selfish. And as I grew older, I realized that that's one thing that I should change. And to make the world a little better, I should exercise a little more empathy and compassion. So empathy, I believe empathy is like when you try to put yourself in the shoes of others, because if you do that, you're going to be treating people a little better. And I have treated people shabbily, in the past. And the thing is, I did it so many times that I don't even remember who they are, and I did not even say any apology. Um, if you're listening right now, whoever you are, and you felt that I was very rude to you, I probably had reasons to do it, but perhaps it should not have lasted as long as it did, and I should have apologized. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, if I did you wrong, because if I did it earlier, who knows what could have happened? We could have cultivated a better relationship, um, and we could have made ourselves a lot happier by doing so, but I did not. So if I slighted you, if I if you think that I owe you an apology, I apologize. If you're listening, and there could be so many of you actually, and that is one thing that I am trying to change. And so, as I said, this year, um, I converted. I just got water baptized, and I'm hopefully a better Christian than I was before. And this is something that I'm trying to change in me. And I do hope that any bridge that was broken could be repaired. And yeah. Okay. Wow. So this episode has been very weird. This has been very weird, making this episode, but yeah. So I guess this is what you get when you do not know what's going to happen, when everything is so live. Um. So yeah. So I guess this is the end of this episode. Okay, that's all for now. If you're listening to this podcast on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button. Please check out my website, which should be up and running by the time you listen to this. It's paolomaligaya.org. Again, it's paolomaligaya.org. You can read my blog on that website. Please also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. My social media content don't necessarily talk to each other, so you will be seeing different content depending on the platform. And I also have an account on TikTok called The Word, wherein I read some of my favorite verses from the Bible. I really hope you like it. Thanks everybody, have a good day, and see you next time. And I hope that it's not going to be as awkward as this episode. See you!